Hi, this is Julie Harland, and I'm your Math Gal. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where you could search for any of my videos organized by topic. In this video, I'm going to show you a fun, easy, fast way to multiply by 11. So here's how it works. We're going to start out with just two-digit numbers. So let's say we wanted to do 23 times 11. Okay, first of all, let's go ahead and do it the old-fashioned way. So we do 3 times 1, you get 23, and then you do it again, 23, and you get 253. Well, the idea here is notice that the first digit of your answer is the same, and the last digit of your answer is the same, and the number in the middle is the sum of those two numbers, 2 and 3. So that's the idea. So how do we do it? So I want to do 23 times 11. You simply split the digits and add the two digits. So 2 and 3 add up to 5, and the answer is 253. So let's say we wanted to do 35 times 11. We just split the digits, and then we add 3 and 5. We get 385. Okay, here's one for you to try. 27 times 11. All right, what'd you get? Hopefully you just split the digits and add the two digits together. Now, it isn't quite always this simple, but it's simple if the two digits add up to 9 or a number smaller than 9. If it adds up to something like 10 or 11, in other words, you add the two digits and you get 10 or higher, you're going to have to do a little bit of carrying. So let's look at that possibility. Let's say you did 39 times 11. So let's see what that would look like if you did it the old-fashioned way. 1 times 39, 1 times 39, and you get 9. Now here's the problem. 3 and 9 add up to 12, but remember we just can't write 12 in the middle. You write the 2 and the carry the 1, right? So 429. So this ends up being 429. So how do I get that? Well, instead of just splitting the digits, always write the last digit. The last digit will always be the same, 9. And then we add the two digits. So 3 and 9 add up to 12. So what you're going to do is put 2 carry 1, and you get 429. So that's how to do 39 times 11. So when these two digits add up to a number bigger than 9, you actually are going to carry 1 to the first digit. So you don't really start by splitting the digits up. So let's look at another example. Let's say you had, let's take one of the simple ones again. So if we had something like 34, for instance, and I said split the digits, you could do everything the same way. You put the last digit, first of all, times 11, is the same. You add the 3 and 4 and get 7, and then you just write the first digit down because there was no carry. Okay? But if there is a carry, such as 68 times 11, okay, we start the same way. The last digit's always the same. But when I add the two digits, if I get 10 or bigger, I'm just going to write down, here I'm going to write 14. Watch how I do it. 1, 4. See what I did? I just put the 1 right there first. I think it's strange that we're taught to put down the ones place and then carry. I just like to write 14 as 1, 4. And then we have 7 in the beginning. All right, so here are a few for you to try. Here are 6 problems. So let's see how quickly you can get those 6 problems without having to do any long multiplication. All right, so let's do the first one. The last digit stays the same. You add the two digits, and then you've got the first digit. So that's what that equals. Okay, let's do the second one. Last digit always stays the same. You add the 6 and 2, and so the first digit is still 6. 44 times 11, the last digit stays the same. You add the two digits, so then the first digit is 4. So those are the easy ones. All right, let's try these. Last digit stays the same. 7 and 8 is 15, so watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to write 1, 5 for 15, and that means the first digit is actually going to be 8, not 7. All right, next one. Last digit stays the same. You add the 8 and 4, but that's 12, so write it as 1, 2. There's your 12. And 1 and 8 is 9. Next one, last digit stays the same. 6 and 7 is 13, so I'm going to write it as 1, 3. And the first digit then is 7. So I hope you aced that. Now, this actually works if you have more than 2 digits. It's slightly more complicated, but let's look at a few like that. So here's how it begins. The last digit always stays the same. All right, so the last digit is 4, and then we just add each pair of digits. So 1 and 4 is 5, that's the next number. 5 and 1 is 6. 3 and 5 is 8. 2 and 3 is 5. And then the first digit stays the same. It does get more complicated if it adds up to 10 or more, but if they don't, if each pair of digits adds up to less than 9, it's pretty simple and kind of cool how quick you can get that answer. All right, so try this one. So you're going to do 51,423 times 11. Try that. Okay, last digit is 3. 2 and 3 is 5. 4 and 2 is 6. 1 and 4 is 5. 5 and 1 is 6. And the first digit stays the same, and there you go. Pretty neat. Please visit my website at yourmathgal.com, where you can view all of my videos, which are organized by topic.